Hello everyone, and welcome to my recorded video of Florals in Bloom class this week. While I'm not with you here in person, I hope that you will enjoy this amazing class and check it out on the link that is actually in the description for you to be able to receive all of the amazing cut elements for this incredible class for yourself to create everything to go. This class also comes with a written tutorial, a PDF, a step-by-step instruction list that has everything that you need on it, including an add to cart button, which is super convenient. You can take off what you already have and get the products that you might need for this class. So without further ado, let me go ahead and point you down and we will get started. Okay, so here are the projects that we are going to make. Again, this class features all of the in colors that we have this year and that are out for 2 years. So super fun. They include Timid Tiger, they include Darling Duckling, they include Strawberry Slush, which is featured here, Secret Sea, and Cloud Cover. Now, in the class, you will also see that you can get the ink pads with your kit. The only difference is that you will get for Cloud Cover, this light blue, we have a ink spot and the re-inker that comes with it. There was a reaction of some sort in the manufacturer when the ink hit the felt pad. It responded and changed the color of the ink. So Stampin' Up! For customers, we're only able to get you this. It works fabulous and it's a beautiful color. So that is included in that add-on if that's indeed what you would like for all those in colors. Okay? So let me show you. We are going to be using the Sweet Blooms stamp set. I need to grab the dies. So let me do that. You can fast forward this part. I thought I had them, but I didn't. That's okay. Here we are. So here are the dies. And they cut out these words, lovely and bloom. You have the shadow, and then you also have the word that goes on the inside. So we will create with those, and we'll get started, okay? So I'll put these in order of how we're gonna do them. And I know you're gonna love these. So this is a super fun class. Now I am going to go ahead and pull up my project sheet here. And I'm going to follow along and go ahead and create these projects. So, hope you guys have had a good week and doing well. We are actually in Disney after school ended. We decided to take our son to Disney. Of course, you all know that I went to Disney for my incentive trip, but that was during school, and so he was unable to go. So, what you're going to do is you're going to score your cardstock in half and you're going to burnish it, your bone folder. Now, this card, showing you the finished card there, this card is called a fault line card. And what we're going to do is you need to choose which designer paper you want on this inside piece here, which is also going to be on the showing in the back, okay? And then this other piece that's going to get tucked in under the card front and this back piece, all right? So it'll make sense when I show you. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually tear this piece of designer paper. So we are going to, it's better to put it on the top, and you can even use some repositionable tape. I'm going to use some Post-it tape here just to kind of hold it. You can use whatever you have. Oh, if I can get it off there, right? So I'm just going to line it up here. Okay. And hold both sides. Now, you may have another way of doing this. You may not want to tape that down, but that's totally fine. It's your preference, right? So we're just going to tear this towards you at an angle, kind of coming down like that, okay? So, and again, the repositionable tape makes it to where you can just easily take that right off. Super easy, right? So essentially what we're going to do is line this up underneath here, and you will have, maybe one side might be a little bit longer. We'll fix that though. But what you want to do, I'm going to actually re-tear this one kind of along the same line. It's not going to follow exactly, but I like that white edge, which is the white core of the designer paper. I like that showing. Okay, so I'm going to line that up like so. All right, now you may want more showing than what I did. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over, and you're just going to add some adhesive here and get it going the right way for you. So I'm going to add a little bit more than what I did on my original. Okay, I'm just going to line those two sides up. That's all you're doing. All right, so you have that. And then you're going to literally line the bottom portion up with the same amount or similar amount, right, showing there. So you just want to add a little bit of adhesive along this edge. Now we're going to adhere the other sides down when we're more finished with the card, closer to the end, okay? So you just want to tape or glue this down. Okay, so we got that. Now what we want to do is essentially we want this card to look like this, right? When we actually are finished with it. So we will take the inside here and we are going to add adhesive to this whole area. Flip it upside down, it's easier. We're going to align it here to where it shows you can see the score line for your card base, and you close it the way that you normally would. Now, what we need to do is to, in essence, cut this front off, right? So we're going to lose some of that, okay? So what I propose that we do is line it up how you want it. We're going to add the adhesive here on this edge. All right. And we're going to glue it down. Now I can see my edge is right here. So I do want some of my card front attached to the bottom. So I want to move it up enough to where I have the timid tiger on the edge. Okay, you got me? Now you can see exactly where you need to cut that card front off. All right, so I'm going to bring in my cutter, paper trimmer, and we are going to line this up here. You can see that even that front designer paper was a little bit long for that, so that just made it completely flush, right? So there you have it. And we are going to reinforce with some adhesive these layers here. Looks like maybe we're good. I think we might be good. Yeah. So we're good to go. We don't actually need to reinforce it. which is great. This will go on the inside. Let me see what I did. This one, we're going to add that. This is really a fun card and a great way to show your designer series papers off, which we have so many of them right now. Again, this is your Florals in Bloom suite using the, it's a mega suite, so it has two, let's see if I can pull it out here, two of the suites, the bundles there together. Pretty florals. Here is the other one that goes with it. Now this is actually part of the suite sale that we have going on. You could go ahead and get this double suite, and you could get that for sale at half off when you get a similar one, which could be like the beautiful, what is it called? Beautiful Blooms. They're both two mega suites. Let me just show you in the catalog. It's a really great value. You get one half off. Let's see, is it in here? There it is, over here I think is. Yeah, so see, this is a double suite, and this is the paper that we're using. So you could get that, and that full double suite is $122.50, and then a comparable one in pricing, which is one of my very, very favorite suites. I think it's Gallery Blooms is what it's called. And it is over here. And it is fabulous. It's $139.25. So you would get the Florals in Bloom at half off, and such a great deal. So you get both of the dies, both of the stamp sets, you get the embossing folder, the gems, all the paper, the ribbon, all of it. And that would be for both suites, right? So you would get two stamps here, two dies, the in color gems, which are gorgeous, and all the designer paper. So just a plug for that amazing sale we have going on. Would not want you to miss that. So here we're going to go ahead and on our card move forward. We're going to get our Timid Tiger out, and we are going to get a large block, and we are going to get the stamp that says Bloom, and we are going to tee that up here, and we're going to do this on the diagonal, and you can do it however you want. I thought this was fun to do it on the diagonal, and I'm just kind of varying this so that it all fits on my card front, and it kind of makes it interesting. Okay, so we're doing that, and then we'll add one bloom down here. All right, so there we go. I got ink over here, so let me clean that up. Okay. All right, so there is that card. We also have the stickers and the designer paper. Thought I had mine out here. So you can actually, right here we go. The sticker sheet and the designer paper. So this is part of the memory keeping kit, but it is amazing. I love these stickers. They're all the cardboard stickers. They're kind of like cardboard. They're really, really thick cardstock, and they're really great for stickiness. So you can get that together for $17. That is a really great value. Okay. All right, so then, let me see if I have my sticker sheet in here. I think I might. We can go ahead and add that. No, I don't. Okay, it's all right. No big deal. We can go ahead and pull from the sticker sheet and pull those in. because again, these are really great and very easy to add to your cards and your projects and your scrapbook pages as well. So there's a lot of uses for them. Okay, pull this off. There we go. All right, so on this one, we are going to take this amazing leaf here, and we are going to add some dimensionals to it. You can actually stick it and get it unsticky if you'd like. You can also use your embossing buddy to make it a little bit less sticky. I'm just going to pop mine up on dimensionals and add that here, as well as the word sweet. Love that. And with that, it's just going to stay popped right up there. So it's not even necessary to add the powder or the embossing buddy if you don't want to. So there's that. And then I have our amazing in color gems. Let me find my, thought I was all ready to go. It's funny how things happen, right? You're so focused on so many things. This is the Timid Tiger. These are so beautiful. I absolutely love them. And they have such a really pretty shimmer to them. They're almost like iridescent. See if I can turn that down a little bit for you. These are gorgeous, and I know they're going to sell out. This is a really great suite and bundle. So there is card number 1. Okay, super fun. All right, let's move on to project number 2. And this is a beautiful window sheet card. You can see how this is such a showstopper and so pretty to go ahead and show off, again, both sides of that designer series paper, and super simple to do as well. So, you know, beautiful does not have to be hard. So we will make this one. We are going to score this in half, and gonna give it a pretty good score here because the window sheet does actually take a little bit of muscle to get that embedded in there. Still going to need my bone folder to kind of press that down. Okay, and I am going to, let me pull up my PDF here on this one to see how I walked you through the directions. It's always easier to do that. Let's see here. All right, so what we're going to do is we have this on the inside back. I'm going to lay it out for you to see it because the alignment does matter. And you have these in your kit that are the same size, okay? So one is going to go on the inside here for you to write your message, and the other one is going to go on the inside, right? And then this one is going to go right here and be aligned. That's how it, so there's one on the front inside, one on the back, and one behind that one, okay? So, but this one here on the front, inside front, I'm going to call that. We are going to actually stamp that with the strawberry slush and the garden green, I believe is what I used. Strawberry slush and garden green. Let me hold that open. Yep, there we go. So we're going to do garden green, strawberry slush. I love strawberry slush. Super pretty. But I am going to stamp off on this so that we have less intense color, okay? So we're going just to add this here the greenery. I put them on the double block it, right? And so strawberry slush, I'm going to do that one first. And I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to add it right in the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to take the garden green. I love these in colors this year. They are just beautiful. I think my very favorite in color is the Secret Sea. I just love that. And for me, doing this with the flowers first, it allows me to line it up a little bit easier. And there you see how that got lined up. So fun and easy, right? So let's put that off to the side. And we are going to, again, I'm going to start assembling from the back going forward. So I'm going to put some adhesive here. Make sure you can see. So that'll be showing out on the outside, right? And make sure the lint and all that is off of the card. Now you can see whenever you are doing this in person, you can see the outside of the window sheet. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. Okay, I think we're pretty good there. Maybe a little bit shifted. There we go, good enough. All right, and now the part that we went ahead and stamped, that's gonna go on the inside like this, and this part's gonna go on the inside like that. So literally when you open them up, it's gonna look like this, okay? So I'm just going to, let me just do the one first. Let's just handle one and then we'll handle the other. So we're gonna make this layered as good as we can in the center. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay if it's not. And then we're going to layer this right over top of that and then press that down. Okay, you got me? So it's very easy to come together. Okay. Now just press in that adhesive into the window sheet. And then I want this to go on the front, which is going to cover that adhesive. I love this card. Super pretty. The colors are gorgeous. The lavenders and the pinks, I love it. Okay, and even when this dries, you will not be able to see the adhesive, even on the back, right? So it's already kind of blended in. You can't even see it. So there's our card, and we will take some of our stickers here. The All Things Grow with Love. Again, you can stick it on your shirt, get it unsticky, or you can just add your dimensionals. I tend to add dimensionals to a lot. Which I think we probably all do, right? We all love dimensionals. Okay, so we got that down. Got a few more here. Okay. And we're going to just add this down like so. And then I'm going to bring in my beautiful gems here. And I'm going to use, I'm probably going to use Timid Tiger. I think that would be super pretty. And there's 3 sizes of these, so that is a great feature. I love that. All 3 sizes. And that is your card number 2. What do you think about that? You open it up and there you have your full card. So pretty, right? And even too, like how you add your gems, you can add them to the outside where it actually shows through. I just love that too, that little feature there. So, all right, so that's card number 2. And then we are going to do this beautiful card, card number 3. There's 5 cards in this class. And so we are going to take our, one of my favorite colors, the Secret Sea. Put my ink pad away. And we are going to take our project sheet. We're going to take, you're going to get a full sheet of this Secret Sea and you're going to cut it, okay? So you're going to cut this at 5.5 all the way down, okay? And then pull your arm out. All right, and then you're going to lop it off there. Okay, so then you've got all your score marks here, which you'll just need to do those according to the PDF. And again, very simple to follow the directions. And then you will take the cloud cover and you're going to also cut that. There's 2 pieces that you're going to get out of this. So you cut those down to the directions that are here for you. And that way you have everything cut and ready. I just wanted to do this with you. So there's the one, and then the second. It's going to be here. All right. So there we have that. Okay. So I think we have what we need on this. We're going to pull all the pieces out. I've already cut my designer paper to size. We will assemble this amazing card. So this will be accordioned up. And you'll want to use your bone folder, of course. Okay, and the easiest way to do this is to take liquid glue or your tear tape. And you want to glue this binding together. Okay. And give it a minute, just hold it. Get a drink of something, whatever you have. All right, perfect timing. All right, so there we have it. We're going to take our larger cloud cover and we are going to glue that down, the designer paper down to it. This is a beautiful, beautiful color. I love the cloud cover. And these two together, cloud cover and Secret Sea, love it. Now in the suite, the other mega suite that I showed you, the Gallery Blooms, I have a class that's coming with that and it features the these colors together as well. Oops, I had that cut too large. Let me cut that down a minute. And it is absolutely stunning. It is one of my very favorites. Okay. So this will go down flat on the card front. Okay. If I can grab it right. Put it here. And this features the Petunia Pop with these colors, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, we're going to take the Petunia Pop here. Keep those off to the side. There's our card. Keep the Petunia Pop. Get that out. That's one of the in colors from last year. And we are going to get the stamp that says Let Joy. And we're going to get a small block going to stamp it off to this right side over here. Ooh, I got that way in the ink. Whoa, whoa, on my finger and everything. That happens, right? Everybody. Okay, so I got that cleaned up. Now, the cap on it. And I'm going to bring my paper trimmer in here, and I'm just going to cut this off so that it is even where I want it, and it's balanced on the left and the right side. Okay? Again, that's one of the arches dies. I'm just going to go ahead and pop this up. And bring that up a little bit there. And then I'm going to take the leftover here that I have from my Secret C, and I'm going to run this through my mini and lay this down. And the dies here, I'm going to do the bloom, run that through there, and then the bloom words, we will get the die off there. Okay, so let's run it through here real quick. Let me line it up. It doesn't like to be unaligned. There we go. Well, I thought. Let's see if I can get this lined up. Come on now, really? I'm going the other way with it. Don't know. Maybe I have the wrong platform. Let's see. No, that's the die cutting. I don't know why it's not going through for me. Try it again. Be patient. Be patient. Here we go. Right. There it goes. Just a little bit of patience. Okay, so there we have our bloom, and that cuts out really easily. And then we're going to take our word bloom in the Petunia Pop. Now you can get just the PDF if you want. It is available, and it's available using the very same link. So you can get one kit, you can get a discounted 2 kits to do it with a friend. You can get the PDF only, and that's for immediate download. Or it will be downloaded. I'll send it to you whenever I'm back in town. Just so you know, I'm not where I could actually send it. So that is another option. So I love, love, love this. Isn't this so beautiful together? So pretty. So you're just going to take, you could either, if you have window sheets, pull them out and run it through the words, put it on the back of your Petunia Pop, or you can just do what I'm doing, which is super quick. Probably faster to do the window or the adhesive sheets, but you know, it's all good. I'm just going to lay this down and stick it down. When you use the adhesive sheets, when it's stuck, it's stuck. So know that. Get it lined up where you want it. And then you can glue this down, or you can pop it up, however you want to do it. Let's see. I'm just going to glue this. Okay. Let joy bloom. That's so pretty. Okay. There we go. And now we have the inside, which we are, if you can see on the inside here, we are going to adhere this to this, the basic white, to this smaller cloud cover. And that's you're going to write your message. Okay. And then we're going to literally lay this in here like that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive on that little page, right? And just balance it, center it, left, right, top, and bottom. Okay, got that. Now the other designer paper that I did not pull out, there is a piece here. I don't know which piece it's on the back of. This one. I love this page. So pretty. We cut that down. It's just a standard to go in the back to have a design kind of around the basic white, right? Super pretty. So we'll adhere that down. Okay. There we go, right into place. All right, and there is that card. We'll get our beautiful bling out here. And I'm going to use the Secret C. So pretty. I've almost used this whole pack up. Isn't that crazy? I love it so much. And that is your third card. So amazing. I love those colors together, don't you? And then you have this here. And you could actually add another piece of basic white if you wanted in the back or even here. Just depends on how much you like to write to the person you're going to be sending it to. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to do this really amazing easel card. I love this card. If you can see how it stands up. Super pretty, very fun, and of course very easy to do. So you have all of the elements here. And I have run the elements through the embossing folders and all for you. Some of our new ribbon, that's an online exclusive. You will, let's see, let me get the PDF up here. And, okie doke, so here we go. So we're going to take our strawberry slush and we're going to score that in half. Okay, this is landscape. And then you're going to have another piece of strawberry slush. Let me pull it up here and see where I need to score it. All right, so, and this will be scored here. And there are a few scores. Is that supposed to be? One moment. I think I screwed that up. So the measurements on the PDF actually wrap around to the other side of the paper, the next line in the tutorial. Let me see how big this needs to be. Not quite long enough. Okay, let me get it. All right, so let's just try this one more time. And so again, you know how the writing of it does not, so is it, I read it as 1 inch, but it's not, it's like 1 5/8. So there you have 8s. I know it's not the best, right? Not everybody's favorite. It's not a huge deal. Turn it on this side. There's 1 5/8. Okay. Oh, did it again. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, I'll make do with this one. This is all good. Okay, so what you're going to do is burnish all your score lines, the ones that you're supposed to keep. And this is your easel kind of mechanism. All right, so you will have this. And it actually goes up like this, actually. So it is a valley, mountain, valley. Okay, so I'm going to adhere these little tabs, your first score on each end. You're going to adhere that to the inside of your card along the base. And it does kind of come in a little bit, so it's almost like it's you'll see what I mean when you go to line it up. So you're going to line it along the bottom edge, and then you're going to add adhesive for this side. Push that down in, and there we go. Okay. Get that all evened up. Great. And then reinforce with your bone folder. Okay. All right. Choose your front, choose your back. We're going to take the Granny Apple Green here that's already been scored for you, and you want to line this up. I'm going to do the Granny Apple Green first. I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals. Okay. And then I'll line my cardstock or my designer paper underneath that, okay? Because this is a smaller piece. All right, so I'm just going to line this up here like so. And then we will kind of line this up like this. We may even want to do it underneath. Just do it like this. Like so. What I will do is I'm going to wrap my ribbon. This is like a faux bow, okay? So I'm going to wrap this around on the edge like this. You can use your tear tape, you can use glue dots, whatever you want. But I'm just going to line that up and glue it down, stick it down, right on the edge. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to take my other piece of ribbon that you have in your kit, and you're going to tie this on. And add it like so. Okay, you can tie it as tight as you would like. You can also cut a little bit of this off the bottom if you want, just to make it a little bit shorter. There we go. So it shows more of that embossing folder. Okay. So when you go to add your dimensionals on this part, you want to add them on the bottom edge and not quite up to the top. I'll show you why. So again, this is going to overlay on the Granny Apple Green, and you don't want to pop it up on dimensionals too, okay? So this is just going to lay right over there, just like so. Super pretty, right? And then you have a stitch label here, a stylish shape, and you are going to use the Strawberry Slush ink. And you are going to, let's grab mine. I already have enough on there, but just provide a little bit of kind of color shadowing there in the background. And again, this is their Strawberry Slush, which coordinates with the card base. So pretty. And then we're going to take this beautiful image, sticker image, off of our sticker sheet. Right? Kind of get it unstuck a little bit. And add your dimensionals kind of right in the middle. And that's going to get stuck right down to that stylish shape. And show through from the background. Isn't that pretty? And then we're going to line this up here. I'm going to glue this down flat. I love this. This is so simple, but yet it's so elegant, right? I'm just going to hold that a minute so it gets good and stuck down. Okay. And then I'm going to take the lovely word and I'm going to dimensional that onto the card front, wherever we want it. Like I said, these sticker sheets are amazing, y'all. I love using them. And I recommend you guys use them too. They are so handy and so nice, like so easy. You don't even have to really own the sentiments. So it makes it super simple. Looks like our darling duckling has come apart from, I'll fix that later, I guess. The sticky back was kind of coming off. So we're going to use those. There we go. And we have our easel card, right? So you've also got some white in your kit. You can actually add that to the back, and that's where you would write your message. We'll go ahead and add that on. Okay. Perfect. All right, and there is your fourth card. Hope you love that. And then our last final fun fold is this amazing card. It's like a diamond kind of pop out card. Can you see how that pops out? Makes like a diamond. And then it lays literally flat. You can even ship it like this. But it lays flat and so pretty. So let's go ahead and create this card as well. This one, pull up the directions and making sure that we score everything and read those directions accordingly so that we know that it could flip over to the next line when you're reading the directions, okay? All right, so here's all your cut pieces for this one. And we will stick this over here for a little bit later. We are going to go ahead and score this one. Pull the arm out. Okay, so once we have both of these pieces scored, you can see these are going to go together like this. So you have a valley, a mountain, and a valley, and it kind of comes together like a T here. And so we're going to take our you're going to add adhesive to the outside of the first large panel, and you're going to lay it down along the score mark of the inside. And being that I'm very visual, need to put this down like this so it's the outside again of this panel. Okay, so you lay that down. Again, you don't want to cover up your score lines, but you do want to get right up to it, okay? And in essence, what you're doing is you're laying it down so that it's like this. It becomes a diamond on the inside. Can you see that? And give it a minute if you're using the glue. But it comes together and it will fold flat like this. Okay, so in your PDF, all the score lines are there for you. And you'll want to glue that down so that it creates a diamond kind of in this fashion. Okay, super, super easy. You've got 2 designer series papers that are exactly the same, of 2 different designs. Okay, so you got 2 and 2. Now you can choose where you want that to go. I'm going to do mine a little bit differently than I did on my original card. And I'm going to lay this out here. Stick that right inside. And lay that down. And it essentially covers up those panels that we just went ahead and glued down. Okay? So, put this down like this. Alright. And you're just going to insert that right through here. And lay that down as well. Okay? Can you see how that just fits right inside of there? And then it covers up those ugly pieces. Okay? But you still have the mechanism. Alright, now we're going to put the floral on the outside this time. I think it's so pretty. So you're going to add that. Matches this darling duckling so beautifully. And the strawberry slush, they're so pretty together. Okay, so we've got that one down. Now we're going to also lay this one down. Again, you can choose whatever you want out of the paper pack. If you've got this class, you can also grab the paper and change the cardstock. If you got the tutorial, you can do it however you want. Alright, so there we go. And then what we're going to do is you take your Stylish Shapes dies that have all been cut for you if you got the kit to go. And you're going to adhere the basic weight, layer that right inside, and we are going to glue this down just a little bit there on that panel to where we actually cover it up, and I have the diamond point at the top and the bottom, which actually align there, as you can see those. Okay, and now we are ready to run the foil and the strawberry slush through our mini boss here. So we're going to grab the lovely and the background. Okay, and do them one at a time. There we go. I'm going to do the background for the foil here and lay that down. So fun. This is so pretty, isn't it? All right. Perfect. Then we will run through the strawberry slush for the words lovely. And get that aligned on there. Okay, this is the last card. Save the best for last, right? Okay. And then take your lovely off. Okay. So we are going to add our adhesive to it. Again, you can use your adhesive sheets if you want. There we go. And it's kind of getting stuck, isn't it? Perfect. Okay. So lay the lovely over top of the foil background. Love this paper. This is a specialty paper. You can find it in my online store if you don't already have it in the kit. Okay. And then we're going to bring our card base in, and we are going to glue down just these center letters here so that it sticks down to the panel, the diamond panel. Okay. And then what we will do is bring in our sticker sheets again and literally take two of the these pretty flowers and the single flower. Add that. Love these so much. Alright, and then I'm just going to add like this and like that. And then we'll take our little gems here, which are so pretty. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use the Darling Duckling. Stick that over here. I'm going to use a few of them. 3, there's 4, the big one there, there's 5. Okay, and then for your panel to go ahead and write, it's the same size as the other panels, and I'm just going to add it to the back of one of them. You can choose whichever one you want. For me, I'm going to put it right here on this second panel and glue it right down. That way if I wanted, I could actually fold it over like that and it's all hidden. And there is our final card. Do you guys love that? I am so pleased with that. So pretty. All right, so just to recap, we have, here's card number 4, card number 3. This was card number 1 and card number 2. There they all are. Let me fit them into the screen. And that way you can see them. Aren't they beautiful? And I have one other one here. This one, Let Joy Bloom. I love that card. So there are all 5 cards for you. And again, I hope that you've enjoyed this class. I will show you we only have 5 more seats left for our cookies and crafts on June 22nd. It is in person at 1:30 in the afternoon, and this class always sells out. So a lot of fun, super excited to see you guys live and in person. This class will be available until next Sunday, which is June the 15th. And you can get this class for $45. It includes the PDF tutorial. And I hope that you guys have an amazing week. And thanks for joining me and thanks for your support. See you soon. Bye-bye.